smells great. So this might be Oh yeah, girl, yes we are. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's not on you yet. Oh wait a minute, I didn't even turn it anymore. Assalamu alaikum, Sadiq. All right, I'm connecting live. If you guys want to tune in to on the TuneIn app, you're going to go to the Daily Grind radio station and tune in. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Aisha Sums. I am your host on the Covered in Business show, and you are watching us live with Comfort Zone Home Care, which is a new home health aid business ran by a mother and daughter, Amira and Naya, who you're going to be meeting in a second. And I wanted to give you a brief history of the Covered in Business Network. The Covered in Business Network is a network of Muslim women who socialize, network, support, and help each other out. We have resources, we have business classes, Business 101, business trainings. We help you from beginning to end. We help you from, we help the new entrepreneurs, and we help businesses in every stage of their business, inshallah. We have a brunch coming up June. I keep saying January, and I put that on the flyer at one time too. Our brunch is December 31st. It is a New Year's Eve brunch to get everyone motivated and empowered. We have motivational speakers. We have someone talking about your credit. We have someone, what else we have? Credit, taxes, public relations, motivation. It's going to be off. I'm hyped. Y'all see me dancing? I'm hyped. Oh, and my shirts will be available for sale. Y'all see that shirt? Y'all see it? Y'all like my shirt? Make sure y'all place y'all order. $20. Yeah, I'm going to throw that in. If you want any more information on the Covered in Business Network, you can visit us online, www.coveredinbusiness.net. And let me introduce you to our ladies. Y'all ready? All right, so we have Amira and Naya from the Comfort Zone Home Care. Who should I start with? Who want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Amira. Part owner of Comfort Zone Home Healthcare. I started the business with my daughter, who's coming along. We run a home and community-based service that provides services for people to live independently within their own household or their own communities, so that they don't have to go into nursing homes or just facilities that are not at home. We come out, we visit, we do all kinds of resource information. We reach out to different resources that we have to aid the people in staying home. We started the business a little bit shy of about a month. We'll be in business for 1 year. So although it seems long, it's a lot of paperwork, a lot of research, and that's about it.
All right, so tell us, what made you, who are you?
Who am I?
Yes, who is Amira?
Amira is a young lady that once upon a time,
not long ago,
Once upon a time was a young teenage mom. Y'all heard them bars. Once upon a time, young teenage mom, 15 years old, dropped out of school in the 8th grade. Never went back to school again until years later. I was always on a grind to make money to provide for my son, who's 29 now. But I went back to school, finally started with just a basic GED. After I got the GED, I kind of felt like, wow, I really am smart. Move on to get an associate's degree. Started teaching in a college. Went further to get a bachelor's degree in psychology. Found out that I wasn't really too into that. Then I further educated myself and got a master's degree in education. To now, 29 years later, I have 3 successful businesses right now that are all 3 up and running and thriving. I started Comfort Zone, alhamdulillah, by the permission of Allah. Just simply, I felt like I have 3 children. I need 3 businesses because I just don't want them to go through what I went through in regards to looking for jobs, paying bills, and living check to check and week to week, and just the hustle and bustle of everyday life. I have some grandbabies. I kind of wanted them to enjoy the children. I didn't get that opportunity because I was always at work trying to grind it out. Alhamdulillah, Allah blessed me to be successful and now kind of share it with the children so that they can, inshallah, kind of take over and let Jetta sit back.
That's why you're prepping her.
Exactly. I'm training them.
So you said you dropped out of school at 8th grade.
In the 8th grade.
So what actually motivated you to go back to school? Like what motivated you?
Money. I have to be honest. It was definitely the dollar. At the time that I dropped out of school, you didn't have to have a lot back then. You didn't have to have a certificate or a diploma or a degree. And then as the times changed, they wanted you to have a certification. And in order to have certifications, you had to have a diploma or at least a GED. So because I knew I had a child to take care of, I knew I had to do what I had to do to make the money and keep it flowing. So that's what kind of made me go back. But it wasn't easy. I didn't think I was smart, I'll be honest. When I went back to GED class and I saw algebra, I was like, who put the numerical system and the alphabetical system together, and how does y equal a number? Because last I checked, it was the alphabet. So I'll be honest, I went to GED class once. I quit because everybody was dumb except for me. The teacher was stupid. It took me about 3 times before I really got serious and decided, like, okay, the jobs aren't playing. This is what you have to have. So I had to buckle down. And I failed plenty of times. But I just got back up and kept it moving. And this is where I'm at today by the permission of Allah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. On to Naya. So Naya, give us some history. Who is Naya?
Well, Naya is a little bit different from Amira. I didn't really go through as much as the struggles that my mom went through, alhamdulillah. I went to high school, graduated high school with all A's and B's, went to college, Penn State, Abington. I ended up getting married, and then I ended up becoming a teenage mom. So I think for me, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but it was when I had my daughter, I realized, okay, I can't go to doctor's appointments because I have to be at work or school. And like you're raised to, go to school your whole entire life, get a 9-to-5, get a good job that pays good benefits so you can retire on a 401k and then you live happily ever after. And for me, that was just not what I wanted. So I kind of had to choose between college and working because I had a child at that point. And of course, I chose my daughter. So I started working. And I think once I started working, I realized I really don't want a boss. I would prefer to be my own boss, and I would prefer to give myself my own raise, and I would prefer to make my own schedule. So when my mom presented me with the opportunity for Comfort Zone, it was like
a no-brainer.
Yeah, and it allowed me to spend more time with my daughter and to really just teach her, you go after your dream. You don't have to do what people say you have to do just because that's the ideal American, to go to school, go to college, graduate, and then work in the corporate world your whole entire life. You don't have to do that. If you don't want to do that, then you can leave your job like I'm doing on Friday. Inshallah. You can leave your job and you can start a business or whatever you want to do, and you can really be happy, because a lot of the things people want for you may not be what you want for yourself or what really makes you happy. Mm-hmm. So,
and I found out that when you tend to try to stay in a bubble and do what other people want you to do because they think that this is what's supposed to be done, you tend to find yourself unhappy. Yeah. You can be successful,
right?
But you'll be unhappy.
But you're unhappy.
And so many people, like, even when I quit college to get a job, some of my family were like, "You're not supposed to quit college. You're supposed to go to college, get a degree."
Right.
You know, like, it was just not traditional. Mm-hmm. But I'm happy. I wouldn't do anything any different. So
that's a learning lesson for everyone.
It is. And college is not for everybody. You know, school period is not for I never in a million years thought I would enjoy school the way I do. I'm like looking for the next school, to be honest with you.
You have enough. You have enough.
It's a little. I promise myself.
Teach.
I just need a PhD, and then I stop after that. Just a little bit more.
Go ahead. We need some more Muslim PhDs.
That's right.
We can use more Muslim PhDs.
It stems from being younger. You know, I remember having girlfriends, and this one particular girl sticks out, and her parents stopped her from hanging with me because I was a teenage mom. And I was like, wow, you know, I never realized that it would affect a whole entirely different household. And to see that same young lady today, it's like, she never moved out of her parents' house, 5 children, 5 different baby dads, and I'm like, wow.
And y'all didn't want her around
me. And you
didn't
want her, she should have stuck with me. I showed her a little something. No, I'm just playing, but it just goes to show, like, all of those negatives, they motivated me. Mm-hmm. All of that motivated me. So when I got that little GED, you couldn't tell me I ain't have a PhD. I was like, she is smart.
Smart, y'all.
Yes, so that was my motivation. People that doubted me, and it still is today. Even when I doubt my own self, that's my motivation. You know,
and girl, I remember I called you. On a business consultation, you motivated me. I'm like, why you taking my job?
Yes, our 30-minute call turned into what, an hour?
I was like, thank you, sister.
Yes.
Thank you, sister. I needed this call.
I'm like, yes, no problem. So.
All right, so, now, what made you go into the healthcare field? Like, what made you start the business?
Well, I've actually been in healthcare 29 years. My very first job that I had when I had my son was a nursing assistant. I had a couple of in and out jobs in between that, but I would like quit and walk away. But the one thing I stuck with was the medical field. I love the human body. I love helping people. Just kind of being a part of people's lives with the ups and the downs and learning about how they can get better and things like that. And I went on to teach it. I've taught at colleges. I've taught at different technical schools and things like that. And I just have a passion for it. And I just felt like at this last particular job, you know, they gave me a raise. Oh, you're going to be the director and you get a plaque for Employee of the Year. And I started
somebody
thinking,
else's
like,
business.
I'm making this man rich. Wait a minute. So I had to kind of rethink this whole situation. And that's kind of what started me into it. I just started researching and learning a little bit. And I was like, I got my little math whiz, my little administrator. Sense
because I have a history in insurance.
Right.
So when you put the medical and the insurance together, like we deal with insurance companies, and then she's good. Like if you tell me you have all these things going on, I'm gonna call her and say, "Well, what is and what type of medication is?" I'm still learning the medical portion, but the insurance part and the mathematical part, all the paperwork, I'm on it. So it just made a good partnership, and it just made sense.
That's awesome. How do Okay, so I found that a lot of people are trying to start home health aid businesses. How do you compete? Like, how do you compete with your competitors, basically?
Right. I would say the way that Comfort Zone compete is constant innovation. We constantly try to change things. For me, when Comfort Zone first started, I remember saying, if this was my grandmother, picking an agency, I would want her to feel comfortable. I would want it to feel like family. So some of the things that we do outside of the medical portion is we'll do bingo nights, we do hair and spa days, we do cookouts, picnics, because some elders, they don't have that family to do the family reunion, feeling. So we try to get them outside of the house. So that's one of the ways that we try to be different from other companies, and we try to, stay.
So it really is more like a family.
That's what we try to make it more family, And I always tell clients, when we go to their houses, like, okay, now you stuck with me. We family now, And they really enjoy that. And you can tell, like, some of them just call to say, oh, I'm just calling to say hi. And we make sure we reach out to them on a regular basis, that they're not alone. Because sometimes the process can be really long. Sometimes it can be quick. Sometimes they just have a question. They receive some mail, they don't understand what it is. So we try to make ourselves available to always talk them through whatever it is that they're going through. And I just think, I don't know, Allah blessed us with our own DNA, and I don't have any competition besides my own self, because nobody can be me regardless to what you start. And it's not to be cocky. I mean, because I'm not trying to be, because someone can always have more than me, but can you really have more than me? Right.
Yeah.
Right. you know what I'm saying?
Well, we're Muslims, so we already got to start it.
Exactly. Alhamdulillah, right?
We got to learn.
Yeah.
All right. So who exactly are you targeting? Like, who's your target market?
It's a lot. We right now the targeted market that we have, we can take 18 and older with a disability. Or we can take 60 and older that has a lifelong disability. We're in the process of targeting different markets. We applied for an HIV waiver. We also are applying for an autism waiver, so that we can help the children and adults with autism, because everybody that has autism doesn't mean they're stuck in the house. So we could do things like help them out with job applications, find job leads, and things like that. So we're kind of
it's broad. The disabled, anyone that's disabled,
right?
Or even if they don't consider themselves disabled, but they could use assistance, even if it's just you want somebody to sweep the floors for you or do the dishes for you, like that's all. We provide all those services.
Okay. All right. With everything that's going on in the media now, as far as healthcare is concerned. Like, what are your struggles? Do you have like any struggles or complications, with the change in the healthcare system?
Yeah, I think to be fair, the struggle is not just with home care agencies. I think the struggle is just with the medical world, period. There's a whole lot of questions and not enough definition, so it leaves a lot of broad areas where you don't know if you're going to the left or the right, and you just do it, and if it goes through, you kind of create your system from there. But in regards to what's going on today, it has a lot of good qualities, because they're going to be mandating companies to be within an MCO, managed care organization. So instead of having a list of 500 agencies to select from, if you're not enrolled in that MCO, then it will narrow that list down. And so we're enrolled,
which is a benefit for you.
And it's good for the client as well, because me personally, once again, my grandmother, if I had to pick an agency for her, I want to make sure that they are credentialed. I want to make sure that everything is legit. I want to make sure that the staff is trained and certified. So I think it provides comfort for the client and the families, because the daughter can go to work and feel relief. Like, I know that my mom is in good hands, and I don't have to constantly call to check and make sure everything is okay. So I think it is good overall for everybody.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer. Have you found that being a Muslim in this field, because we don't have many Muslims in this field, so when you go to the meetings, do you find like people kind of looking at you weird? Like have you had like any complications, or have you run into any issues?
I wouldn't say I ran into any issues. It's so funny because I remember having a conversation with her, and she's like, Mom, sometimes we have to, I don't let them call me Mom out in the field. I just say my partner, because I don't want people to think, oh, this is a company, they're, family. But I have this thing, Aisha, she'll laugh at me. When I walk in someplace, I walk in like America's Next Top Muslim.
I know that's right.
I have a target. I'm going to go get what I came for, and I'm always extra nice because I know that you're judging me. So I'm going to show you different than what you heard, because that's a lot of times what happens is what they hear and not what they know. So I'm the one that's going to walk in the room and speak to everyone and hold the conversation. And she's more shy, so she's like, Mom.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. So I'm not there yet.
But I mean, I guess you face racism every day. But if it's not your intention to even, I just don't deal with it. I don't, you can close the door in my face. It don't matter. Because my intention was to open the door anyway. So, it just, certain things, I don't give it the energy. I don't give it the time of day. I'm on a mission to deal with the ignorant. So, inshallah,
All right, we have a couple of questions. If you guys have any questions for them, please post your question. Yes, someone said it's all dawah. Yes, it is. All right, I'm going back to the questions, you guys. Let me see. All right, there's a sister on here. It says that she is interested in starting her own home health care business. What advice would you give her? She's in Jersey.
Oh, okay. I think Jersey, I actually looked into Jersey when we were talking about expanding to the different states.
Her name is Mimi.
Hi, Mimi.
We actually looked into Jersey. Jersey's criteria is a lot stricter than Pennsylvania's criteria. So for the best advice that I could give you is to just do your research, see how the market is over there in regards to how many healthcare agencies are there, what they have that allows them to be successful, and then maybe start from there. Maybe pulling in a consulting firm.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
For Jersey, that could probably walk her through the different steps to get to what she needs. But
especially because they are so strict. So the consulting firm, it will make sure that everything is legit. All your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. So you don't have to worry about, getting shut down because you didn't have a document that you were supposed to have, or you had it expired. So a consulting firm is definitely what I would highly recommend for anybody that's interested in starting.
Right. You got that, Mimi? All right. Atiya wants to know, which insurances are you credentialed with?
Right now we're in the credentialing process. There's a whole process in Pennsylvania to become credentialed. So once you become credentialed, then you can apply for Independence, Blue Cross, and Blue Shield, which is a huge, huge one. Because if you're credentialed by one credentialing agency, then it's easy to get into all the insurance companies. So right now everything is pending with credentialing, but because the government is making so many changes, a lot of things are on hold right now.
Okay, but you still have clients, so
Inshallah.
you still getting it. All right. Sadiq said, great advice. So I want to go into business as a whole.
Okay.
So, and I know that you, Amira, did like business trainings at the schools and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what process would you advise someone that is starting a business other than research? Like what would you advise someone who's just starting out in business? What advice would you give them?
I think I would definitely say check your intentions. Is it a hustle or is it a passion? Because I think if it's a hustle for you, that's when you're going to run into those bumps in the road and maybe not be so motivated, or you'll be motivated for the dollar of it instead of the passion of the job. Because if your passion is there, it's not a job, it's something you enjoy doing, and then the money will come. But if it's a hustle for you, you're strictly going to go after the money, and you sometimes may forget who helped you get the money along the way. So I think intentions would probably be
and you tend to leave the law out the equation.
Exactly, because it's about that almighty dollar, and all money is not good money. I know plenty of people with plenty of money, and they're the most miserable people. Yes. You know, so I think that would be the best advice. You know, dua and intention.
All right, Naya. All right, being that you did enroll in college and you dropped out, and you're still young.
Yes.
How old are you?
22.
Yeah, she's a baby. I remember when I was 22.
Yes.
I remember when I was 22.
The good old days, right? Or maybe not. Those days when you thought, the law ain't coming no time soon. I got this.
And I wasn't much slow.
Oh, boy.
I was a problem. But see, we ain't gonna talk about me. This about y'all. This about y'all. It's not about me. Okay? Just enough. I was a problem. But all right, so being young and dropping out of college and still have the platform to be successful, what advice would you give someone, a young woman like yourself, a teenage mom, you know, in this day and age? Because your mom was a teenage mom, like back in the day.
But it was different, yeah.
Yeah, it was like back in the day.
Yeah, that's when Pampers was like $5. Now they're like $30. $30 a pack. I think the advice I would give to a young woman my age is find your why. Like, why do you do the things that you do? Because that will motivate you when you have rough times. And maybe a support system is always good, even if you don't have the family. Like, I have a mentor, and she basically sits down and she'll tell me, no, I don't think that's a good idea, or yes, I think that's a good idea, or give me her story and her advice. So just seek knowledge, and being as though we are so young, it's so many things that I don't know, but I know somebody who knows. So I will go to that person and get as much information as I can, and just try to make myself as knowledgeable as I can, so that way I know exactly what I'm doing and what I'm getting myself into. Because if I fall, then my daughter falls. So just really, I guess I would just say be knowledgeable, ask questions, and have a why, have a reason why you're doing what you're doing.
That is a lot of times what I find the problem with people. We are quick to say, I'm not asking nobody for nothing. Well, I am a user. I'm not a misuser, but I am a user. I'm going to smile. I'm going to talk. I'm going to suck every bit of information out of you that I need that is beneficial for me to know, because a person that asks questions is a person that is seeking knowledge. Mm-hmm. So I'm not the person that say, even a young lady meet me, I don't know if I can help you with Jersey, but if you want to look on our website, give me a call. I'm more than willing to help you do anything. I'm not the type that feels like, right, I own Target, so I'm not going to help you open Walmart. No, I'll help you. We can all get some money. We can all get some money. I actually have a couple that I'm helping right now assist through opening up their own home health care. But I think that people need to understand the word use and misuse. When you misuse somebody, then it's hurtful. But we all use somebody. We go to work to use them for their money. They use us for our skill. You know, it's just the way the world works. But if you're not misusing, then, you know, open that mouth. Closed mouths don't get fed. You know what Jay-Z said? I know a little something.
Yeah, just educate yourself. Definitely educate yourself. And don't be discouraged because you are young. Because a lot of times for me, I always had the fear of like I actually went to a client house before and she looked at me and she said, well, who are you? And I was like, I'm the owner.
And she said,
oh. And then I had another client and she asked me, well, how old are you? So a lot of times, for me, I always, before I even go meet with a client, I'll talk to my mom, and I'm like, what if they don't take me serious because I look so young? Or what if they don't think I know what I'm talking about because I'm only 22? She's like, nah, they don't know that you're 22. Just go.
She didn't just push her out the door and shut the door and say, I'm not answering the phone and I'm not coming. Go do it. And she's like, okay.
So have the confidence. Definitely have the confidence and build connections. Because even when I was in college, I still have some connections that I made in college. And even with my job, even though, you know, I'm no longer working there, I still have friends that I can call. This one girl, she speaks Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but she can be our Spanish translator. So just because you're so young and there's so much stuff we don't know, build those connections with people that do know things so it can help expand your business.
That's why they should join the Covenant Business that way.
Definitely.
And Amira. And Amira.
I am AKA her.
AKA.
It's me.
So you did say that you have 3 businesses. And from listening to you guys, I think that, well, I'm always like on 101 things, but I am slowly minimizing and prioritizing what's important.
Okay.
And when I, you know, successfully reach my goals and what I'm doing now, I'm putting those other things into play.
Right.
But I think that you guys have something good going on, like a consulting business for someone who is, for people that are interested in starting their home health care. So you should think about that. Goals 2018, 2019.
We're working on some things for 2018.
Yeah.
So we
I think for me, I want to really master comfort zone because this is her 3rd business. Well, her 2nd business. She has another one that she opened afterwards. But this is my 1st. So this is my 2nd child, my new baby. I just want to really nurture comfort zone and make sure that it is to a point that I can go to another business or venture into another project, and I know comfort zone is still in excellent standing. So that's everything. We have plenty of ideas, but it's just let's get this down pat, get a system going, and then we'll move on to the next project. She already left me and went to the next project, but it's okay.
Sorry.
It's a movement.
It's okay.
Sorry, I had a part in that.
No, she needs to have more confidence. I would have never left her if I didn't think that she can handle it. But she is my child that likes to keep quiet, and I have to walk away from her because I know that she'll figure it out. So that's why I moved on to something else. I'm still very much active at comfort zone, but when she comes home, I'm like, this is your stack and I'll see you later. And she's like, wait a minute, what do I have to
What do I say?
Leave it out, I gotta go.
But I can say that conversation does come natural. I guess because it is so family oriented. I might walk into a situation so nervous, and then when I do finally talk to the client, like, we can't stop talking. I'm like walking out the door like, okay, yeah, you so funny, girl. Like the conversation just keeps going on and on. So I am kind of happy that she did just like force me to do it, because I am building those bonds and relationships with my clients.
And confidence.
Yep, and I am building my confidence.
I told her, I said, Nike has the best slogan ever. What is it? Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
And she gonna quit her job.
Yes, I am done. And it's so crazy. I've had that job since I was 18, 19. Since I became like legal to work, my first job was in a corporate job. Very good benefits, very good pay, paid holidays, vacation, 401k, all that good stuff. And at first I thought, oh, this is it. I made it. Like, this is the life. And then I remember, yep, I used to.
That's it? That's what you want to do with your life?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happened. I realized, like, this is a lot compared to who, though? And then what type of lifestyle? Not saying that I want to be rich or a millionaire, but the type of lifestyle that I have.
But why not if you can?
Right. Like, this job will not suffice for my daughter. I want to have enough money to pass down to my daughter's daughter, So it just was like, this is not it for me. And then the way the corporate world work, you can be an amazing, employee, and they will promote somebody that fits the description over you. You can train that person, and because you're not white or you don't fit the ideal supervisor or manager, then you won't get that promotion, which is so unfair. So I decided I'm gonna
all them salami.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna promote myself as many times as I want. I had enough of it.
Yes.
So you won't walk in Friday and be like, what?
Well, I have a strategy. That I cannot speak on right now. But just trust me, guys. I have this under control. I have it situated. I just, I need to do a couple things so I can get the boot.
Okay.
So I can get some funds. Yeah, but
Okay.
It's a work in progress. I did horrible today, so starting off really good. By Friday, I should be good. I should be out the door. I came to the office when I got out. I was like, Mom, I did so bad today. You're going to be so proud of me.
I'm like, great. You see that stack of papers right here? I keep the light on for
Yes.
Oh, maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have done that. I'm like, oh, you fired me because...
Seriously, all the money they take out of your check, I want that back. For 6 months or however long I can get it. So I'm going to get the boot, and I'm going to collect what I'm entitled to collect, because the state says that I'm allowed to collect this. Right. And then, we can end this relationship.
Come on. And build your
Think
brand.
of it like alimony. Child support. Like something of that nature.
Oh gosh, she's too much, girl. Where you find this one?
Oh, no.
You birthed her.
I know.
Oh, that was hilarious. All right. Do we have any questions for Amira or Naya? Any more questions, guys? What Mimi say? Mimi said, definitely agree, because I've been in healthcare for about 15 years. Okay. And who I work for now, is definitely about the money. And that irks me because she has no passion for what she really does. Mm-hmm. And I think that the people suffer, the clients.
They do.
The clients suffer.
And Mimi, she also going to run into problems where the family members, it might be about the money. If the family members is going to be the caregiver, and they are looking for the agency that pays the most when the client really needs care. Right. So that's another problem that she might run into down the line too. Mm-hmm.
So if there is a family and they have someone to care for their family, are you willing to hire?
We do. We always
that family member?
Yeah, we always try to keep the whole purpose of comfort zone is keeping families comfortable in their own zone. So if they're comfortable with their granddaughter or their uncle or father, we do try to allow them to pick their own family members. However, There are some times that the environment is not necessarily safe, and we can make the recommendation for them to get someone else as a caregiver, or allow us to give them someone else for a caregiver. And a lot of times they want to, but the intimidation factor is there, and those are the cases we step out of. We don't want to
just walk away.
Yeah,
especially for me, I'm too emotional for it. I would be so upset, and that's your granddaughter, so I can't even get so upset, but
right.
It's just sad to see, because sometimes you see these elders and they desperately need the help, and they're like practically begging you, like, listen, I don't care what she says, please come and help me. And then you have when the granddaughter or whoever comes in the room, then suddenly they're just quiet and just she just has everything under control, and the granddaughter might delay the client's treatment because she's searching for whoever pays the most or whoever's going to give her the most out of the situation. So it was unfortunate, but we just got to step back from
society
that.
we live in. So we stay away from, and I guess that's another thing that makes us different. We don't go after the dollar because the client is there, because getting clients are easy. Keeping clients are hard. Keeping them, and not hard on the behalf that we can't provide the services, but because of some of the situations that we just simply can't control. So we step out of them. We won't put anybody in harm's way, so we don't deal with it. So,
that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, your safety is more important
Exactly.
than anything. So.
And even if it is a granddaughter or grandson that works for the consumer, ultimately you are a comfort zone employee.
Right.
And we have to protect you, even if it is in your own family's home. So if we're running into a situation where it's already a risky situation, then we don't touch it. We don't touch it. Somebody will.
I look at her, she look at me. I
And
said,
we
you
say,
ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Well then. You guys have a nice night. I'm going to let you deal with that.
Very nice talking to you.
Chick-fil-A up the street. I'm not going to deal with that.
All right, and Amira, you said that you had 2 other businesses. What are your other businesses?
I have a tractor trailer company with my husband. We have 4 tractors right now. Those are my co-wives. They have 18 wheels, and I love them. They actually aided us in getting the other businesses because my co-wives are so good to me. Mashallah. But yes, we have 4 tractor trailers that we have a business. Is ABH and SM, Reliable Transportation. And what we do is we transport general freight all over all the different states and everything.
We have a caller.
All right.
And he hung up.
All right.
Okay.
We transport information. We transport general freight, electronics. Amazon is really hot right now. In all 48 states, we are hiring any CDL drivers out there. We're hiring part-time, full-time. You can actually go on Comfort Zone's website and inquire, only because we don't have a website for the trucking company.
Oh, we have to work on that.
Yes, we do. My husband is kind of website, social media shy, so it's me promoting everything. He would just rather go to the masters and say, anybody, So yeah, we gotta work on that. But you guys can always go through Comfort Zone and find out about the trucking company. And the other thing is the daycare. The daycare is fairly new, but I love the kids. I love the teaching. So the daycare is in Lancaster, PA. And I'm really, really excited about the daycare. It's fairly new. Hasn't quite changed over to me yet. It's coming, inshallah. I got it from my new mom. Me and Aisha are sisters now.
She trying to steal my mom, y'all. She's trying to steal my mom.
I love her mom. So I bought the daycare off of Aisha's mom.
You can say our mom.
Our
She
mom,
could be
we
our
share.
mom. She could be our mom.
So she helps me out a lot. We got a lot of things in motion, looking to do the full transformation by January, inshallah. Got some kids already, little bit of staff already. We want to expand the hours. Definitely expand the curriculum. I'm looking into this world-renowned curriculum. My goal for this daycare is to just, first of all, I don't even want it to be a daycare. I want it to be a school. It's called Tomorrow's Leader Academy, inshallah. And I wanted to have a waiting list. I want to do more of a Montessori-based education. I'm going back to the old school. We're doing some handwriting. We're doing some language, some social studies. Some Arabic language, just some different things that I want to introduce, and it's going to take time, and I know, but I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
So all of you that's in Lancaster looking for childcare.
Yes, 24 hours, 7 days a week, drop-in care.
And Comfort Zone will be expanding to Lancaster as well.
Yes, and the trucks are always in Lancaster, so it doesn't matter. Whatever you need, we got you. Home care, daycare, trucking care, we got you.
So you're looking for CDL drivers.
CDL Class A.
So you're hiring.
We are hiring.
You're hiring.
We are.
You're hiring CDL drivers.
Yes.
You're hiring
I need
teachers. You're
with at
hiring
least
teachers.
a certification, but I would love for them to have at least an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree because I need education. That is the key
To success.
I don't want babysitters. So if you babysit at home, I love you guys. I appreciate it, but I need a little bit more than that.
And you're looking for home health aides.
Home health aides always. Clients, if you see a lady down the street that you help take her trash out or you assist her with going to the market or things like that, people that you never thought would qualify, they do. And we don't charge the clients, we go through the insurances. Many people don't even know that their insurances pay for this. They think that it's going to affect their benefits. If they receive like Social Security or pension, they think, oh no, I don't want to do it because it's going to affect my benefits. None of your money is ever touched. The money is only looked at to make sure that you are eligible to receive the services. If you're not eligible, they still don't take your money. But the services are strictly through the state's insurance. And we bill the insurance, not you.
Right.
But we do offer private pay as well. If you know that you make too much, and we offer really great deals. We have really good packages with different jobs that you might need done. You may not need someone to help you on your person, but you may want somebody to come in to clean your house once a week or, take your trash out. We do offer private pay as well for clients like that.
That's amazing. All right, so we're about to be going off.
All right.
And I need you guys to give our viewers something motivational, inspire them, move them, like push them out the door. Like you push your daughter out the door. Push these sisters out the door. Push these viewers out the door.
But what I will say is, what is for you will never pass you, and what passes you is never for you. So don't dwell on the, oh, I lost this job, or oh, I didn't do this, or I didn't do that. Was not meant for you. The job that I just had, that amazing job that I thought was so awesome, and I will retire from and live happily ever after. Mashallah, it wasn't for me. So you just have to learn how to adapt to change, be okay with change, and embrace it, because Allah is not going to steer you in the wrong direction.
Inshallah. Oh, she decent.
That's my daughter.
We gonna share her.
We can share. I told you I don't mind sharing. Just not my co-wives.
I can't compete. I can't compete. I can't bring in that much money.
It ain't even about the money. You gotta come with 18 wheels. You ain't got it. Sorry, 18 wheels.
I got 2 feet and toes. Okay.
How many money is there? One bill is equal to how many feet?
I don't know. I guess I would say for myself is follow your passion. I think the only person that stops you is you. We are our worst enemy because we are fearful. And if you're not willing to fail, then you're not willing to succeed. You have to fail in order to succeed because that's how you get better. So, step out on faith first and foremost, inshallah. Trust in the law. That's your first thing. And then tie your camel down. Know that you know that you know. And inform yourself. Please, people, educate yourself. Because I can sit in a room with corporate America, or I can sit in a room with the projects, and I can blend in every conversation because I'm educated to know what conversation which way we're going. So I think that's important. Don't stunt your own growth. Be your own motivation. Talk in the mirror,
I do it.
Yes, me too.
I do it.
Sometimes I go home and be like, I did not feel successful today. And then the next day, I know I need to do better today because yesterday I was not at my best. So then the next day, and you're going to have those days. You're going to have those days where...
I hate when I feel like I didn't accomplish
anything.
Me too.
Like, I feel like I have to accomplish something every day.
least
It could be something small.
Right.
I could write down, I need to go to the grocery store and go to the grocery store. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I did something.
It, right. You were able to check it off.
I did something. But if I'm setting my goals every day and I don't check off not one thing, I just wasted time.
And I started writing a whole lot. Because in my head, I could remember everything. But this 40-something-year-old brain, I'm like, I forgot. But I think seeing it on paper and actually accomplishing it, like you say, even the smaller things, I set my goals and it's small right now. I'm like, I at least need 3 clients a week, 3 new clients a week. And mashallah, I've been able to accomplish it and get it done. And I'm like...
Okay, all right, before we go off, Sadiq says, I think you need a marketing team. And he also, I think so too.
I think so too.
I think so too. So we're going to work on that. And at the luncheon, inshallah, we might find someone for you.
Okay, sure.
Aliyah Kabir is the bomb, and she's in the Covered in Business Network.
Right.
And she deals with a lot of public relations and, marketing and stuff like that.
Great advice, Sadiq. Yeah. We actually have been looking around. We've been playing with it a little bit. So that is awesome advice and we appreciate it.
And he says, he also says, think it's great what you're doing. The people really need to know how to get your services and happy for your success. Alhamdulillah. Khadija Kelsey. Alhamdulillah, just purchased my first tractor. Would really love to get some information. Khadija Kelsey, if you're in Philadelphia, join the Covered in Business Network. Come to our brunch.
Yes.
And you definitely can network with Amira.
Yes, you can call me 484. Okay.
And Kia, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm interested in home care. I have several potential clients.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, Kia. Come to the brunch.
Yes.
Y'all, come to the brunch. Here I am. Oh, wait. Here I am. Wait a minute, y'all. Y'all know my joint always crooked. Anyway. All right, so we have to sign in. The next show is actually about to go on. But come to the Covered in Business Network, coveredinbusiness.net, for more information. And if you are interested in reaching out to Naya, can you give us your website?
www.zonehome.com.
www.czhomecare.com.
www.czhomecare.com if you guys are interested in more information. And what's the phone number if they want to?
484-278-1670. We're on Instagram as well.
Yep.
What's your Instagram?
I don't know.
Comfort Zone Home Health. And it should pop up with the logo. It's like a blue and red logo.
Okay. All right. right, y'all. We're signing off. Remember, hit me up for this shit. And we will see you guys next week with more beneficial information for you and your business, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And if you want to download this interview, if you miss it, follow us on our YouTube station, the Covered in Business Network. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.